Sunday. Today is day 160 of our 365-day Bible read. I don't know what was going on with this iPad. My son threw it a couple times today. It has a OtterBox case on it, but I don't know. Maybe it made it malfunction or something. I have no idea. But yeah, I tried to go live like 3, 4 times before this, and it's just now working, so I had to delete the other ones. But anyways, okay. So today we're just going to be reading for day 160, Proverbs 2, and we're going to be reading Psalms 2 from the Old Testament. The other day, a few days ago, actually I think it was Sunday, we read Psalms 1 and Psalms 2. So today we're reading Proverbs 2 and Psalms 2. And no Bible study, we're just reading the Psalms and the Proverbs. We are going to get to these within the reading, from reading straight through the Bible like we are, but we're not till Psalms for I think another 4 or 5 books of the Bible. So we'll do the Bible studies for these, for Psalms and Proverbs, and then once we're actually to this part of the Bible. But for today, it's just what I want to do. I just want to read a Psalms and read a Proverbs. All right, so we're gonna get started. Psalms 2. They're short. The reign of the Lord's anointed. Why do the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us burst their bonds apart and cast away their cords from us. He who sits in the heavens laughs. The Lord holds them in derision. Then he will speak to them in his wrath and terrify them in his fury, saying, as for me, I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. I will tell of the decree. The Lord said to me, you are my son. Today I have begotten you. Ask of me, and I will make the nations your heritage, and the ends of the earth your possession. You shall break them with a rod of iron, and dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Now, therefore, O kings, be wise, be warned, O rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling, Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and you perish in the way, for his wrath is quickly kindled. Blessed are all who take refuge in him. All right, that was Psalms chapter 2. We're now going over to read Proverbs chapter 2. Proverbs chapter 2. The value of wisdom. My son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding, yes, if you call out for insight and raise your voice for understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity, guarding the paths of justice and watching over the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path, for wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you. Understanding will guard you, delivering you from the way of evil, from men of perverted speech who forsake the paths of uprightness. I'm sorry. Who forsake the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil and delight in the perverseness of evil. Men whose paths are crooked and who are devious in their ways. So you will be delivered from the forbidden woman, from the adulteress with her smooth words, who forsakes the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house sinks down to death, and her paths to the departed. None who go to her come back, nor do they regain the paths of life. So you will walk in the way of the good, and keep to the paths of the righteous. For the upright will inhabit the land, and those with integrity will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the treacherous will be rooted out of it. All right, that was Proverbs chapter 2. And that is all for today. We read Proverbs chapter 2 and we read Psalms chapter 2. So we are done for today. I love you guys. God loves you. You are important. You matter. You are enough. You're valuable and you're worthy. And we're on our Bible reading path. We're doing it. This feels really good being on this journey and just reading the Bible daily, so it feels good. And actually opening like a real Bible too, instead of just like reading my app or whatever. So this is great, but reading all the way through, and especially not just reading the New Testament. Sorry, that's my husband playing with my daughter. She's laughing. But not just reading the New Testament, actually getting to know God and what He's all about from the Old Testament. So, yes, like we're just falling in love with Jesus. It feels great. So, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.